And we come back to action here at Flonationals on Fox College Sports.
Up next at 285 pounds, it's Doug Valero wrestling Christopher Lopez.
Doug Valero, 285, Oviedo High School, wrestling out of Florida. I got first in state, ready to win Flo.
Hi, I'm Chris Lopez, Carl Sandburg High School in Illinois. I took second at state this year. I took second at Junior Fargo as in freestyle. I want to thank my dad and Coach Siebert and Coach Poles for helping me out my whole life. Thank you.
Valero in the navy blue is out of Oviedo, Florida. Both these wrestlers from powerhouse programs. Valero from Oviedo, Florida. Lopez from Carl Sandburg, Illinois. Valero, only a junior, is going to be one of the most highly sought after recruits in the country during next year's recruiting cycle.
Nice, and Valero up to his feet quickly. Lopez with the leg, kicking at the other one, takes him out of bounds, and looks like an equipment check here for Doug Valero. He's going to fix that knee brace.
Have a rewrapping knee brace getting ready. Valero was the runner-up in this gym back in December at the Walsh Ironman tournament, one of the most prestigious high school events in the country. He was defeated by actually a fellow underclassman heavyweight, which is not something you see too often, having juniors and sophomores in big national tournament finals. But Valero's been able to get it done as an underclassman at 285.
Lopez going to cover here. And trying to get to his feet. Valero, he's up again. Lopez coming to that high single. He's kicking at the leg again. Oh, nice job. Doug Valero gets his leg free, and 1 point escape.
Big guy shows off some balance and athleticism there, and you can see that is the difference in why college coaches across the country really are going to be ringing Doug Valero's phone off the hook come July, because finding a big guy that athletic is something you want to hang on to for dear life at the next level.
Absolutely. He's a tough son of a gun, that's for sure. He's been in 6 national finals, never won one yet. Let's see if he can get it done here today at Flonationals. Let's see if
Lopez would like to stand in the way, though, and he's making things difficult for, we've spent most of this broadcast talking about Doug Valero. He's only up 1-0, and we're almost 3/4 way through his match.
We're halfway through this match.
Math is a little off, but thanks for the correction, Mark.
Hey, you bet, Ian. So 1 minute to go here in the second period. 20 seconds of riding time built up for Lopez. That's your clock on the far right, and you can see it's coated with a green color right now because that advantage goes to Lopez.
And riding time going to be something to watch in the third period. Valero very accomplished on top. Another thing you don't see very often from big wrestlers, he can ride well, and if he can accumulate a minute of riding time, he could win this match in a riding time.
That's definitely a possibility. We're down to 45 seconds left here in the second period. These guys on their feet, battling it out, and you typically don't see quite as much action at the heavyweight just because their bodies are so much different than the little guys who are constantly shooting in, getting under their opponents, trying to attack the legs. If you try to attack your opponent's legs at heavyweights and he sprawls on you, you could be in for a little world of hurt.
It's a lot of weight to get trapped under. You have to really pick your spots wrestling at heavy.
Yeah, so you're going to see more hand fighting, position fighting here between these two. And a lot of times, they're just going to snatch at the leg. They're going to try to grab it and pick it up rather than diving in and taking a shot, getting underneath their opponent.
Yeah, get in, get out is the name of the game at heavyweight for your offense on your feet.
Yeah, and there we just saw a little bit of what we were talking about as Lopez tried to snatch the leg, but they're out of bounds. We got 15 seconds to go here in the second period. We're going to get a whistle start back on our feet.
It'll be Lopez's choice to start the third as Valero won the flip at the beginning of the second, chose bottom. That's why he leads 1-0 right now.
So the final seconds are going to tick off the clock here in the second period, and no score on our feet. Like you said, Ian, we're going to the third. And it's likely going to be Lopez on bottom.
Yep.
Valero on top.
Needs to take bottom to tie the match.
Just for Lopez gets set. Doug Valero covers on top and immediately drops to the ankle, drives him forward and gets him flat. That's big. If you can get your opponent flattened out, and like we said, especially at heavyweight, you have a big advantage here on top. And Valero doing exactly that. Now he's tying up the arm inside bar on the left side.
And that's a lot of weight to be trapped under. Even if Valero doesn't score with this ride, it's certainly going to drain Lopez's gas tank the longer he stays on top and keeps at 270 pounds of pressure forward on top.
You got it. And they scoot out of bounds. We're going to come back to the center. Minute 1:32 to go in this period, and riding time now up 8 seconds for Valero. He's obviously working towards that magic minute mark.
Yeah, it's a long way to go, but if that first restart is any indication, Lopez is going to struggle to get out from bottom.
Valero set to cover again. He's on top. The whistle start, and he goes to chop this time, and again, immediately, Valero getting him flat. That's key. And not only are you flat, you have to build your base up, get to your feet, and get away, which is not easy. And there we see him coming to his feet. He's at his feet, but he's not away. And what's the call here? Did they say no?
They're going to say he wasn't out of Valero's grasp before he got out of bounds. That's a tough one on the edge.
Very close.
Lopez.
Wow. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the official on that one, because very close call, but they say no change, and it's going to be Doug Valero maintaining control on top. His riding time now up to 23 seconds, 1:17 to go, and somebody jumped the gun here, and the referee's going to say it's on him. No.
Oh. Caution Valero on top, trying to get a little head start. Didn't like the fact that Lopez really for the first time really jumped up, got to his feet, and was almost away.
Yeah, but we're going to get another start here. And he drops to the ankle again, and again, driving forward. Nice job by Doug Valero, getting Lopez flat immediately, not giving him a chance, like you said, to get up to his feet. And he's trapping that wrist on the near side, and maybe a 2-on-1 tie. A little tough to see here. He's got a cross wrist, actually, so that's going to be a good way to ride your opponent. He's just burning that clock, and look at riding time now. It's up to 45 seconds.
If he can run another 10 seconds off, he's going to have a point potentially on the board.
Well, 14, actually.
My math has been a little off in this entire match.
That's all right. 54 seconds to go, and we said that was it seemed like so long ago. He only had 8 seconds of riding time, with Doug Valero continuing to get that forward pressure, riding strong, maintaining control on top. To the ankle, and Lopez up to his feet immediately to the edge. And not out of bounds, but back to the mat. Valero with a nice return.
He's 4 seconds away from riding time here. Lopez finally gets to his feet.
Oh, and Lopez Gramby's through. Nice athletic move by heavyweight. And it looked like he freed himself momentarily, but they were out of bounds. Valero also taking advantage, wrestling near the edge a lot. So every time Lopez almost gets away, they seem to shift out of bounds and get a fresh start. And there you see 2 more seconds, and Valero will have the riding time advantage. Of course, you have to finish the match with that riding time over a point, so Lopez always has a chance to get back on top and make that riding time come down. But that as it is, there's the magic minute mark. It's hit for Doug Valero. He has the riding time advantage and a potential that would give him a 2-point lead.
That would give him a 2-1 match. Valero is just, you can see the frustration on Lopez's face as everything he's thrown at him from bottom hasn't worked, and now he's flat on his stomach, not going to be able to go anywhere from there.
And they get a break, and it's going to be a stall call on Doug Valero on top. They said he's just trying to ride his opponent. He's not trying to improve his position or work for a turn. He got a stall warning. If that happens again, the second stall is a point for your opponent.
And stalling on the mat, one of the most difficult things both as a referee to call and as a wrestler to predict, because every guy is going to be different in how it's a pure judgment call.
For sure. And again, Lopez to his feet, but again, he has not been able to get away from Doug Valero. Valero with the high single. Lopez trying to create a scramble, grabs Valero's leg, trying to jump over his hip, but the ref showing that Valero maintains control. As again, they're going to go out of bounds with 5 seconds to go, and that riding time now locked up. There's no way Doug Valero is not going to get that riding time. He has a 2-0 lead, even though you only see the 1 point on the board.
And Lopez is going to need a quick reversal, switch, something. That's his only shot here. That's swinging for the fences.
And it's all but wrapped up here. We'll see what happens in the final 5 seconds. Nothing. Oh, and fine, there's the escape for Chris Lopez. It's not going to make any difference, as Doug Valero is going to be our winner. And there you go. You said it earlier, Ian.
His ability on the mat is what separates him from most heavyweights. It was the difference in this match today.
Riding time, the difference, 2-1. The score, Doug Valero, your winner here in Flow Nationals champion at heavyweight. Congratulations, your 2011 Flow Nationals winner and champion, Doug Valero.